Hi, I'm Tracy Olenka of Chaos to Clarity. In the last few weeks, we've gotten lots of questions about Facebook privacy, so I'm going to go over the privacy settings with you. On your Facebook page, go to Settings and then Privacy Settings. You have 4 different ways you can control your privacy in Facebook, and I'll go over each one briefly with you. Profile. This is the big one that you really need to pay attention to. So here's a list of all the ways you can control your profile privacy. Pretty much across the board, you have these options: everyone, my network and friends, friends of friends, only friends, and customize. Customize pretty much just means you can block somebody out from seeing something. So you click on the right hand side, the question mark, it tells you basically what is included in this piece of your profile. The publisher control default is basically your wall. Who's going to be able to see changes to your wall? You can have friends of friends, or you can have only friends. Photos tagged of you. You can also have the option to, as I said, to block people out. So say, for example, I want to block a particular person out of my list of friends. So I would click on Customize. Then at the bottom of the window that popped up, I would accept these people. And let's just say I pick some people I don't want to see my friends list. I can just put a couple of them in, and I can just say OK. And then I need to save it. Now, Facebook has this great little feature where at the top you can start typing somebody's name in, and you can click on that and it'll say what they can see of your profile. So for example, my business partner Joe Golden, because I blocked her from our friends list, can't see a friends list. Only who we mutually have in common. If she clicks on see all, she gets nothing. So that's one way to control your Facebook privacy. I'm not saying that you need to do that. There's no right or wrong answer on any of the privacy settings at all. But there's only the answer that's right for you. So you just need to think about what you're trying to accomplish. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. If you change your mind, you can just open it up again and click on the X and say OK, and then make sure you save it. So you need to make sure that you do what's right for you. You need to think about what your boundaries are, what you want people to know about yourself. This is particularly important if you have connected with a lot of business associates that you don't necessarily need to know all the intimate details of your life. And to that end, what's really important is the publisher default controls. Now, for some reason, once you Facebook rolled out a new option several months ago where you can actually control each individual post to your wall what people see. However, it doesn't seem to get triggered until you select everyone for your option. You select everyone for your option and hit Save Changes. So that means everyone can see your wall. And then you go to your wall and you'll see now I have this option of who I want to see it. Everyone, friends of friends, only friends. Or I can customize a post for a particular group of people. I can select a list. I can select something I only want my family to see. I can hide it from particular people. This is really great if you are connected with your boss or some colleagues. Now, one thing I've noticed is that once I've selected everyone, and let's say I'm going to go back to my profile, and now I'm going to say only my friends can see my wall, and you save it. And then I go back to my wall, and I still have this privacy option. So for some reason you need to select everyone first, and then you can go back to only your friends or whoever you choose to see your post. And then you can still customize it to block particular people out if you want to do that. That's a really handy feature these days because so many people want to be connected on Facebook. Okay, the other option is search. Search is the Facebook search you see up in the right-hand corner. I have my search visible to everyone, but you can choose to limit it to friends of friends or only friends. It's important, if you have anything that's selected to everyone, there's a potential for it to show up in Google. That's okay for me, but for some people that may not be okay, and you want to choose your settings accordingly. You also have the options of what's going to show up in your profile page. So you just need to, again, there's no right or wrong answer, just the right answer for you. And to figure out what the right answer for you is, you need to think about what kind of boundaries you have and what you want people to know about you. So let's go back to the privacy control panel. We have the newsfeed and wall. So this basically will notify your friends of your activities. And Facebook seems to be a little slow today. So for example, if you make a comment on a note and you've checked it, your friends will be notified. If you made a comment on a video, a link or a video, and you've checked it, you'll be notified. If you add someone as a friend, you'll notify your friends. I choose not to notify anybody of anything because I figure they don't really need the nitty gritty details on my Facebook life. However, you may have friends that want to know everything you do. That's your choice is purely up to who your friends are and what you're trying to accomplish and what your privacy boundaries are. So let's go back to applications. Applications are the applications like Farmville, the Mafia Wars, the garden ones, cards, the heart things, hugs, all of that stuff are the applications. So when you have an application connecting to your Facebook profile, it will take out information from your Facebook profile to be able to work. So when you add an application, you're giving permission to do that. So you have the option under privacy applications and then click on settings to control what that application is going to see about you. So here what I've chosen. Again, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just what you're comfortable with. Since I do not really use these third-party applications, I am less concerned about it because I don't use them, so they're not going to take anything because I don't give them permission to access my Facebook profile. However, if you do use applications, you really should look at this and make sure you've chosen what you wanted to see and that you're comfortable with. That's really important. So going through you really need to take the time to go through your privacy settings and figure out what you're comfortable with and what's right for you. So let's go back to privacy. Now, you also probably want to go and click on application settings under settings. And here are the applications that have the right to access your profile. So the only third-party one I've really let access my profile is the blog RSS feed reader. Everything else pretty much is coming from Facebook. Some people so this is really a good thing to do is go check and see what applications are actually accessing your profile and see if there's anything you don't want to access your profile. And if there's not, you can easily click on the X. Anything that's not a Facebook default application, it'll have an X on it. You can click it and you can delete it. So I hope you take the time. I hope this has encouraged you to take the time to go look at your settings and do some investigation. See what your settings are. Think about what you're comfortable with. More and more people are going onto Facebook and they're going to want to communicate with you that way. And so it's really important to take a look at your privacy settings and make sure they're only seeing what you want to see about yourself.